Wisdom of the ages can be found in yellowed pages if we take the time to recognize the signs. You know she knows much more than me, for all her eyes can see. If we ask, she has much more to give. If we ask, she has much more to give.
Well, Ellen, you have had a little time to think about all that we discussed and the ideas that Google came up with. So, as you've thought through it all, what makes sense to you as being practical and doable?
I took a step back from everything, especially the pressure I was feeling from my son and daughter as they tried to direct my life. That made me feel freer to come up with what really makes sense to me. First, I think it would be practical and give me peace of mind to use a helper from a local agency 4 hours a day, twice a week. That person can do the housekeeping I need done, run errands for me, or take me shopping and to appointments. It would be practical and predictable, and easier for me than calling DoorDash or Walmart delivery, though I can use those as a backup. In thinking about it, if I have someone in my home twice a week, I could schedule my showers when they are there cleaning. I would feel a little safer. I think that tub transfer bench we looked at will also keep me safer, along with the handheld shower and long-handled brush. And I've been thinking a lot about the garden. I think planting my tomato plants in large pots would be a great idea. They would be easier for me to manage, and it could look nice in my yard. I also think that scooter bench with the rotating seat would work really well.
So, what about remembering to take your medicine?
You know, I've added so many pills over the years that I am not really sure why I am taking some of the things I take. I'm thinking about making an appointment with my doctor to go over all of them. Then, I'd like to find out if I can schedule it so I just take pills once or twice a day.
What about getting one of those alarm dispensers to remind you, whatever the schedule ends up looking like?
I think that's a good idea, and I think it would keep my son from worrying.
The other thing you said your son was worried about was your ability to notify someone in an emergency if you were here alone.
I think the emergency pendant, especially with the fall notification feature, will give him peace of mind. Probably me too, if I am honest about it. I think if I hire someone to help me who will be around when I shower, both my son and daughter will relax. They are also going to like the idea of the garden stool and putting my tomato plants in tall pots.
Sounds like we're making good progress. Have you thought about transportation to church?
My friend Karen offers all the time to drive me. I think I will let her. Then I can offer to buy her lunch or gas in appreciation.
Have you considered what you might want to put in your plan to help your knees and overall stiffness actually improve? We could ask your doctor for a referral to a physical therapist to help you develop a restorative care plan to improve, or at least protect, the functioning of your knees.
That's a really good idea. You know, it seems that as we've talked, and with a little help from Google, we've come up with some effective strategies to help. It looks like it really is possible to live life the way I'd hoped. Can you help me find someone to come in 2 days a week to do the things we identified?
Sure, and let's add your plan to your vision board. I think it will be a good reminder not only of what is important to you, but your plan for getting there. Now then, our final step is getting back together with your son and daughter to show them the plan. We can address any questions they have. Together, we can create a timeline for having all of this in place. Ellen, I realize that most of what we've planned for are the necessities of life, but I remember a little dream you had, something of a little spark to make life brighter. Remember? It had to do with TikTok.
I'm surprised you remembered. Yes, I wanted to be able to share unique recipes I come up with on TikTok. I'd like to think that something I enjoy doing would add a smile to someone else's day.
I have a friend who does crafting videos on TikTok. Do you mind if I bring her along next time I come? She might have some insights and skills you can use.
I would really appreciate that. I am so excited. This is not nearly as hard as I was afraid it might have been. I think we are on a good track, and we can adjust it along the way if we need to. Tish, thank you. You took time to listen to me when I was afraid no one was hearing what my heart was saying. And you helped me step back and listen to the concerns of my children. Thank you. There were some legitimate issues that I needed to be concerned about. Now, maybe they won't be so worried, which will reduce my stress as well. I've always heard that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Having a strategy for life makes all the difference in the world.
If we ask, she has much more to give.